look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, we're going to talk about a very serious subject, but first let me say that I do not promote any type of violence whatsoever. I am against violence, especially domestic violence. Okay? But I want to talk about something that the young black men need to hear. What do you do when a woman put her hands on you? Because so long we're taught that we're not supposed to put hands back on the person, especially if it's a woman, if they touch us. So I'm going to go through that. I'm going to really tear this apart. But first, let me show you a clip of a woman who actually took a man to court for hitting her when she was the one who was the provocateur who hurt him. Yes, we're going to get into this because this needs to be talked about. Let me get into it right quick. Hold on as I put it on the screen. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a moment. We're going to tear this thing up here. Boom.
You think you're going to hear from my mouth? You know, you're not supposed to hit a woman? Not from my mouth. You hit him, and he's allowed to defend himself.
He punched me in my arm. He ran into the house. He came back out talking about his lips, something, came out, kicked in my car.
What do you mean?
First, I want you to see exactly what she just did. She deflected. She minimized what she did to him. She said that he punched her in her arm, but the judge had to get it out of that she hit him first in the mouth, and then she said, oh, well, he come out with his lip. She busted his lip. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. For all you people out there, I'm a 70s baby, all right? I'm going to tell you something. What I was taught, keep your dang hands to yourself. If a woman touch you, you handle her like she need to be handled. I do not believe in beating women. I do not believe in domestic violence. But I do believe if a woman put her hand on me, she going to wake up pretty soon. Gentlemen, young men especially, the best thing to do is to walk away, but I want to put that to bed too. Because you always hear that. This is how they shame you men. This is how they try to make you look like you some vicious predator and stuff because you didn't walk away. There are going to be circumstances when you cannot walk away from that woman when she's assaulting you. I got a story for you. I knew a man who was messing around his woman before. He was in the car with that woman. His main lady saw him in the car with his side chick. His window was down. She came up on him and started busting him aside his head with her hands and punching and hitting and screaming and yelling. He could not walk away. He was stuck in that car. So what did he do? He opened that door, pushed her down, and she kept coming, and he did what he thought he needed to do enough to get her off of him. Now, there are women who will not stop when you try to get away from them. When you try to get out the house, they'll try to stand in front of the door, scratch you, pinch you, hold on to you and stuff when you're trying to get away from them. You're not talking about that. Y'all not talking about that at all. You always saying, walk away. You cannot always walk away from some of these women. That you're going to take some hits, some scratches. Sometimes you take plates. Some of these women will cut you. All this stuff when you're trying to walk away. You do whatever the hell you need to do to get that woman off of you. So don't do that. Because you mess with me, man or woman, you're going to get whatever you try to put into me. You're going to get the same thing back in return. I don't give a damn who you is, what gender you are, I don't care. What you identify as, either, I don't care. As soon as you put your hand on me, that's it. Now, I am still a gentleman, and I will go rogue on your ass, but I am still a gentleman. I'm not going to just overdo it if it's a woman. You get what I'm saying? But it's going to be enough to where she stops and where she knows not to do that again or to think twice if she ever going to do it again to another man. There have been a lot of men who have been assaulted by women who don't go to the police station because they're embarrassed to tell people that they was assaulted by a woman. Okay? You always hear about men doing it, but you never hear about them doing it. Now let me go ahead and start this again.
You think you're going to hear from my mouth? You know, you're not supposed to hit a woman? Not from my mouth. You hit him, and he's allowed to defend himself.
He punched me in my arm. He ran into the house. He came back out talking about his lips, something, came out, kicked in my car 3 times.
What do you mean talking about his lip?
His lip, apparently, I hit him in the mouth. Apparently his lip was whatever. I had a bruise on my arm.
I don't care about your arm.
Okay.
I don't care about your arm. I care about your lip. Was your lip bleeding?
Yes.
To your car.
I did not punch him. I slapped him.
Well, you may have slapped him, but you slapped him hard enough to make his lip bloody. Where were you when he kicked the car?
I was inside my vehicle calling the police.
Why were you calling the police if you assaulted him?
He punched me back. Does that make two wrongs make a right? He punched me.
Now, did you hear that? She hit him. She assaulted him. She attacked him. He punched her back in self-defense. Okay, that's reasonable. Even if it's a push, kick, punch, elbow, whatever, to get any attacker off you, that is reasonable. It doesn't matter the gender. You can still be an attacker or a provocateur as a woman. Okay? That is insane. And she said 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's just deflection. That's another way of not taking accountability for what you did. It's trying to get past what you did. Well, he shouldn't hit me because I hit him. I'm a woman. He should never hit me because 2 wrongs don't make a right. This is how men have been getting pooped on for decades and emasculated for decades. Okay? You put your hands on a man, be prepared for what's coming. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't buy that victim mentality and stuff. I'm telling you right now, lady, any ladies, if you're gonna date Mr. Hill and you think that you're gonna put your hand on me, you're gonna get lit up. I'm telling you right now. And I don't promote violence. I'm not promoting violence. But I'm telling you right now, don't you put your damn hand on me. See, I don't put myself in those situations anyway. I don't. But there could be situations where things just happen. I don't put myself in situations like that. Because there are women out here who actually enjoy when a man put their hands on them because they are toxic, they are broken. They think that means that they have a man who loves them. Any attention is better than no attention. That's them. And if you're not careful, young men, those type of women will corrupt you and make you into a violent man. You could be a man who don't ever put your hands on no woman, but you get the right woman, you fall in love with that woman like that, and then the real demon in her start to show, and she start provoking you, and she's trying to bait you into doing stuff. If you're not used to those type of women, man, and you're frustrated and you don't want to let her go at the same time, you want to get away, you probably will start putting hands on her. She's trying to pull that out of you. We don't talk about this enough. There are women who actually try to pull this out of men, that actually try to pull the abusive violence out of a man. They do that. They ain't always victim, man. You be like, oh man, why that man cussed that woman out like that so bad? But you don't know what she did to him. It's always what the man did. A lot of times these women provoke men to do stuff, man. And you can say that man is weak or whatever you want to say that. But I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times these women don't show their true colors, some of them, until you are emotionally attached to that woman. So it's harder for you to walk away from her. There's men who are in jail right now for domestic violence, right? Who didn't even put his hands on the woman. She just called the police. Now he got a little record on him. I'm telling you, man, these women use violence, man, against men indirectly, because that's an indirect example. Indirectly, when they actually put their hands on you. That's a weapon and a tool that women have been using for decades, man. You got to be careful when you vet these women, man. And this is for educational purposes.
Make a right. He punched me back and kicked in my vehicle.
But this makes me feel better. You have no right to put your hands on somebody else. And if by putting your hands on Mr. Reese, his reaction was to kick your car, which is really what you're saying, right?
After he punched me.
And I'm telling you, A, I don't believe he punched you, and B, if he did, you took a picture of your car, not your bruised arm. So evidently this was more important to you than your bruised arm.
Actually, it wasn't, because I went and got a restraining order the next day against him, so it couldn't have been.
Well, I want to tell you something. I wouldn't have given you a restraining order. If I were the judge sitting there, I wouldn't have given you a restraining order. I would have showed you the door. You started it. You started it. You started the problem. First, you wanted to control him by giving him a cell phone so you could keep in touch with him over your son, which is a lot of baloney. And second, you put your hands on him because you went over there, and you went over there annoyed. You went over there looking for a fight. You got a fight, and you ended up with a dented car. Pay for it. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
I agree with the judge. These women will be starting stuff, and they make you seem like the bad guy. I got more for you, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to be opening up a backup channel, man. I'll be doing that pretty soon. I was gonna wait till I hit 30,000 as well to get the Patreon. I'm gonna do it sooner. So I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time. Now listen to this. Now this is a good point this one to make right here. 1 second, that I put on your screen.
Like if you act like a big dog, you need to know how to roll with the big dogs. Like straight up. If you're in a man's face and you're trying to fight him, what do you expect him to do? He will fight you. Like, I know gal that used to like slap a certain family member of mine, Mel, like every time she got angry or he did something that raised her emotions, or try and scrape at his face. Now for me, she's lucky she didn't get a slap back. Because if I had a son, I'm not gonna lie, yes, I would teach him to walk away, but don't slap my son in the face or do certain grimy things to my son and think that's gonna be okay, because if he don't slap you, either me or his sisters is gonna slap you.
You hear what I'm saying? That's what I think women need to think about. All you women who say a man should never put his hands on a woman for any type of situation. Now, I want you to tell me, how would you feel if it was your son? If your son was being slapped, punched, spit on, because some of these women would spit on these men, kicked and everything like that, throwing pots and pans, ironing boards, irons, knives and stuff. They're doing all this to your son, the child that you carried for 9 months or more or less. And then you birthed this child, the one that you love so much, and he got a woman that he could not walk away from. Because I'm sick and tired of y'all making it seem like every situation that a man get caught up, he can walk away. That's not realistic. It sounds good, but it's not true, and it's not factual. Not in every situation can a man just walk scot-free away from a woman who is attacking him, who is badgering him, who is trying to walk him down, who's trying to prevent him from leaving. We see this all the time in our neighborhood, so shut up with that BS. It ain't always possible. So ladies, again, how would you feel if that was your son going through that? Would it be okay then for him to take care of business? Would it be okay for him to stand on business and use hands then? Just like this woman just said, I teach my kid not to put his hands on women, but, see, it's different when it's your son. The first is always, I'm going to teach you not to do it, but then it turns into, but if it's my child, that applies for every man then. Now listen to this horrible story, but this woman hit her man with a bowling ball, a black woman.
This girl knocked her boyfriend out with a bowling ball. Full video can be found here. So the girl and her boyfriend were arguing while they were out bowling with friends. During this argument, the girlfriend decided to slam the boyfriend in the side of the head with a bowling ball. Now, right after doing this, the girlfriend goes on to roll a strike with the same bowling ball. Now, the friends in the video don't seem to care less about the boyfriend, and they just ignore him while he's on the ground passed out. Now, at the end of the video, the boyfriend does get up, but you can see on the side of his face where he was hit with the bowling ball. I don't know if any charges were filed against the girlfriend, but if you know anything about this, let me know.
A freaking bowling ball. But let me guess, you can walk away from it. The man get hit in the side of his head with a bowling ball, right? But let me guess, you're not supposed to defend yourself. You're not supposed to put your hands on it. You're not supposed to do any of that stuff. That's against the rule. Woman hit you in the head with a goddamn bowling ball, then pick up the same bowling ball, step over your body, and then roll the strike in the bowling alley. But no, it's okay. A real man doesn't defend himself. A real man don't put his hands on a woman. A real man don't do any of that stuff. Only a real man takes the beating. You can get the hell out of here with that, man. I'm cut from a different cloth, man. Like I said, I was born in the 70s, man. I used to see the old school people walk around with sharp, straight razors. And they will cut you quick, far and long, boy. I know how it is back then. I mean, old school pimps, old school gangsters that wasn't banging, just old street dudes. You think my generation was tough? The generation before me was tougher. Now, those men didn't play. But the women back then was different, too. They stayed in their place, and they knew not to put your hand on no dude, man. You know what I mean? So, I'm telling you, man, don't let nobody touch you, man. I got some more to show you. Get this to the young men out there, because this world done got these boys thinking they can't do nothing to defend themselves, man. That's a bullshit lie. Let me show you how women feel about how they can just go ahead and put their hands on you with a commentary from a different creator.
Even if you get mad, even if you get offended, so what you gonna do?
You know what's so funny?
Even if you get mad, even if you get offended, so what you gonna do?
You know what's so funny is that there's really women that do this dumb shit. And I really hate to burst your bubble, but there are guys who are not the nice guys like you think they are. It's because y'all take this one finger right here and point it in their face or point it in their chest and try to size yourself up to stand up to a man. What you need to do is get somewhere to sit down, because that shit right there is not cute, baby. Not by a long shot. But y'all keep on keying it up thinking it's cute, but then when your ass get knocked in between them two chairs, then you want to cry the victim card, right? You oppressed. Men ain't shit. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he left. Maybe if y'all get y'all act together, maybe y'all can keep a man. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Make it make sense.
That's that sense of entitlement, man. Remember, they equal to us and stuff until you get knocked in the goddamn head, man. I'm telling you something, man. You women who watch this show, y'all better pay attention to this stuff too, man. Especially if you want them chick, come tell you that some people ain't gonna put up with that. You get hurt like that. I don't want you to get hurt. But you're gonna have to chill out with the stuff y'all be doing, man. Keep going. Hold on, I got to turn the volume down on this too. Audio been going crazy lately.
Even if you get mad, even if you get offended, so what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me up. I
Yes,
give
ma'am.
you my word.
Girls who do this are horrible people and deserve legal consequences. So many women will hit men because they know they can victimize themselves afterwards because the man won't hit her back, or if he does, he will likely be legally prosecuted and socially persecuted. It's disgusting to take advantage of this type of double standard. And for the women who do this expecting the man to never hit back, one day you very well may encounter a man that will defend himself, and I hope you do. Men should be able to defend themselves, and men who are physically victimized by women should have legal protection and should be believed and listened to. And of course, in a perfect world, no one should just be laying their hands on anybody for no reason. But we're talking about defense here.
And I am one of those men that would defend themselves. You running? I'm that guy that she said you run into. Gonna be some dude gonna run into. They gonna defend themselves. I am that black man. I'm tell you that right now. I don't care who you is. I don't care what you do. I don't care anything. You put your hand on me. Don't let me think you about to put your hand on me either. That's for men and women alike. I'm telling you right now. Well, you could get some hell. Let's see. There's another one for you. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. I know I got somebody mad, but I don't care. I mean everything I say.
If you're mad and you're in a fight and you punch a woman, you just said you're trying to knock her head off. So that means you're hitting her hard, as hard as you probably possibly can, correct?
Yeah.
So when you're mad,
Absolutely.
you're hitting the man probably the
Absolutely.
same exact way. You're probably hitting the man even harder because you know he's bigger than you and you probably think he can take it. So the same thing, you think over because he's a man, it doesn't hurt the same way, it's gonna hurt the woman. So he has a whole different set of nerve systems and nerve endings in his face. So it just feels different.
Okay.
Do you think it hurts any less?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. I
How
don't
is that
feel like a
possible?
woman's hit hurts less than a man's
We're not.
hit.
That's not what we're talking about.
What
I'm not saying. I'm not comparing your hit to a man's hit. I'm saying if you hit a man in his face with your full force, you don't think it's gonna hurt him the same way if you punched a woman in the face?
Yes, I would assume that it would
So
hurt him.
why
A
is
hit
it
is a
okay?
hit. Stop saying that I said it's okay.
That's
It's
what you're
not
saying.
okay.
It is when you're trying to justify that there's a difference in force or there's a difference in the person that you're hitting, or because 'cause you're saying because you're hitting a man is different than if you're hitting a woman. No.
I think that it is. I think it's a different situation.
Listen, as a man, if I'm in a rage and I hit a woman and I'm trying to knock her out and I'm trying to hit a man to knock him out, it's the same force.
Oh my God. So that means you will literally kill the woman.
I can kill the man too.
Yeah, but not the way you'll kill the
There's
kill
no
the woman
difference.
faster. Yes,
No,
you
it's
will. You're
Did you hear that BS? Did you hear that? Like, as if a woman dies different from a man if you get hit. That is anything to make it seem a woman can be a victim to a man's power, no matter what it is. Say, oh my God, you will delete that woman. He said, I'll delete the man too, but it'll be different. How is that different? How is that different? You can hit somebody on the temple of their head, man, hard enough with enough pressure, and they're not waking back up. It don't matter if you're a woman or a man. See, this is just a way of women saying, don't put your hands on me, but just allow me to put my hands on you. Gentlemen, don't put up for that. Don't put up with that. Vet these women. Stay away from these type of women. If you get in that situation, do your best to get away from that type of woman, man. But if you can't do any of that stuff and she put her hands on you, you give it back what she gave you. That's all I can tell you. But don't overdo it, man. Just do enough to bring peace. You know, don't over escalate. Just do enough resistance to where you can get away from her. You get what I'm trying to say here? Don't be no barbaric savage and stuff, but do whatever you think you need to do to protect yourself, to defend yourself against a woman. These women have guns now, man. These women now, they got the pew 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 pew. They got all that now, man. You better stop looking at women like they just so easy and soft and delicate. These women packing now, Jack. They packing. And don't mind putting their hand in your face. Don't mind poking you on the top of your forehead when she's mad. Don't mind cussing you and disrespecting you. Don't mind pushing you. Don't mind throwing stuff at you. And you're supposed to just be taking that? Man, no.
You can kill the man too.
Yeah, but not the way you'll kill the woman
different.
faster. Yes,
No,
it
it's not.
will. You're bugging. If
Why do you think?
No, hold on. You've been talking all this time. I need to say something.
So again, you're establishing that the amount of pain and force is different.
Yes. If a man hits, come on, babe. If I was to punch you right now in the arm with all my force, right?
If I hit you with a car,
right,
it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt a man. If I hit the man with the car too.
No, that's different.
No,
though.
it's not.
Yes,
it
is.
No, it's about force.
How is that different? If you get hit by the car, the same way a man get hit by the car, that's different too? Man.
Different.
No,
though.
it's not.
No,
it's about force. It's all about force.
I understand.
It's the same amount of force.
No, it's not. If I was to, baby.
What are you talking about?
Baby, if I was to punch you right now and you'd be like, ow. If you were to punch me.
If you punch me hard in the face, it's going to hurt.
Yes, I agree. It will hurt.
If you
hit me back, it's going to hurt 50 times more because you're stronger than me.
Boy, I think I just got dumber listening to that woman talk. I mean, I just came, God. It just, oh my God. Anyway, oh yeah, Mr. Lawrence is one of my moderators. He told you I'm gonna be out of town for 2 weeks for business. That business plan, business trip got canceled. But if I am gone for 2 weeks, that's because I am on a business trip because it came through. You won't hear nothing from me on community. I'll just go quiet, go dark, but I'll come right back after I handle my business. And I got some good things working for y'all, man. I got the clothes, I trademark. Mustard Back Healthcare. I got the serial number I put on my live stream to prove it. I had a lawyer. That's mine. And if you want to use it, you're going to have to pay me. If I find you using it, I'm going to sue you. It's mine. You know what I mean? So I can license it to you. But I'm going to have some clothing coming out pretty soon that I'm going to put on here with Mustard Back Healthcare, man. All kind of things for the take off, man. We better do it big over here, man. Now we get down. And thank you, Mr. Lawrence, man. He's the big boss moderator, man. He's the one with the most power. In this thing, I want to shout out to I Can Dig It Baby, also one of my moderators and stuff like that, and other ones, man. Appreciate it, man. Y'all stay in touch with them, man. They'll tell you how to run the channel, man. Got one more clip to show y'all, and we about to get out of here. Let's get it.
I've heard a girl say she hits her boyfriend, and I've literally been like, bro, that's not right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how much you think you're funny or tough or whatever. If you're a girl that hits a fucking guy, you're a coward because you know he can't hit you back. You're a piece of shit equally as if it was a guy hitting a girl, equally if it's a girl hitting a girl, equally if it's a guy hitting a guy, because you're preying on the fact that that person loves you and has love for you and won't hit you back.
Yeah.
Because the moment that person hits you back, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have that reactive abuse and you're like, he fucking hit me. And it's like, well, you were hitting him first. None of that shit is right. So that's why from now we need to start correcting when girls talk so freely about hitting their boyfriend or, girls talk about hitting their girlfriend or whoever the fuck. Like, that's wrong because it's like, bro, you're taking advantage that somebody loves you. That's fucked up. I can never understand how you can see somebody that loves you and wants the best for you and takes care of you, and you raise your hand, ball up your fist, and punch them.
You heard what she said? It goes back to what I said before. When these men get emotionally attached and want to get away, they can't get away because they are too emotionally connected to that woman. She just said the same thing. It sucks when you find someone, like she said, that person loves you, and then you want to take advantage of that love. See that kindness as weakness, that love as weakness, and assault them, and they're not going nowhere. You are a bully. You are a coward. That's for men and women alike. Now, like I said, I don't promote any type of violence because someone's going to get mad. Now, I don't promote domestic violence. I promote self-defense. Let's get that perfectly clear. It's a difference. I promote self-defense. I don't promote just crazy, provocative, insane violence towards anybody. I don't do that. All right? Again, this is for educational purpose. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon. You let me know what you think about this subject matter, man. Y'all take it easy. Be easy now, all right?